Yeah, that's fair.
And that can move us to two other teams with maybe you'd call them questions at quarterback. I'm not sure, but two different directions. I'll say that. We've got the Giants and Daniel Jones traveling to DC to play the Washington Commanders with rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels. And I'll tell you what, I don't think that Jaden Daniels is yet, or I don't even know if he's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. But I know that the Commanders can ride strictly just his rushing ability to a ball control, ugly win against the Giants after a costly turnover by Daniel Jones. I feel like I could write this game, how it's going to happen. I think that they're not going to allow Jaden Daniels to put the ball in harm's way. I think they're going to rely on a veteran defense and Dan Quinn's defensive play calling to put the pressure on Daniel Jones. And it comes down to the fact that I just don't trust Daniel Jones to win a game for the Giants right now. That whole team looks demoralized. They look out of it. I love Brian Daboll, but I think that he's a guy who may be coaching for his job if things don't seriously, if the vibes don't turn around in New York. But I don't know. I'm going to go with the Commanders in this game in an ugly one. We don't have to spend too much time on it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really really apparent and kind of shocking at the same time that this could be Daniel Jones' last time as a starter for the New York Giants. If he has another poor performance, you're right. The writing is on the wall for Daboll, and it's not necessarily his fault. It's a combination of things. I think Belichick is the favorite to get the job, probably the GM job too. But yeah, you're right. I think the more Daniel Jones plays, I think the more Malik Nabers is going to get frustrated, publicly frustrated, and he's going to get worse in interviews. If you saw Kayvon Thibodeau the other day, just an awful interview.
I did see that
interview. Yeah. So
and Dexter Lawrence. Yeah, I saw both interviews where I saw Dexter Lawrence. He handled it better than Thibodeau did for sure. Where Dexter Lawrence got asked, "Did you hear the crowd booing?" And I thought he had a pretty good response where he was like, "You mean when I was standing out there and like 100,000 people were all booing me at the same time? You're asking me if I heard that? Can I get another question?" Like, I think that's a better way of saying, like, let's move on, let's get a better question. As opposed to, I think Thibodeau was literally just asked, like, can you be better? Do you need to be better? Basically. And he refused to answer the question because it would be too negative. So the vibes are definitely not great at the Meadowlands right now for the Giants. But I don't know how much time you want to spend talking about them. It makes me depressed just thinking about the Giants right now. If they're getting waxed by Sam Darnold and the Vikings, that's a tough place to be.